Hey everyone,
Hi, welcome to TFT.
Divine Dabblings with
Oberon,
and me, Banshee. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
happy Thursday evening.
Happy Thursday. The week's almost over. And I'm facing yet another snow rain mess this weekend. So
Uh-oh.
who can say? It seems like either 5 inches of snow, possibly switched over to slushy mess because of rain. Good times. Good times in Michigan. So, hope everybody's doing well. I have here today, I thought I'd read and pull for us an affirmation from my tarot of affirmations.
So we'll move out
Yes,
of the way.
Sonny is.
Or more in the way.
I had to force some issues here. I had to have him give me some space. Anyway, good news. I pulled the Queen of Coins. And the Queen of Coins says to us, these are sort of things that you can meditate on, think about. I am sensuality and love of life. I am in touch with nature's power. I have experienced the depths of my senses and the beauty and wonder they make available to me. I pay attention to my material needs. I fulfill myself by satisfying my creative longings and desires. I take care of my body. I am aware that my physical condition affects my emotions and my spirit. I enjoy the earth's fertility. I love the world and its inhabitants.
Hooray!
A good card for today, I think.
Thank you very much for that reading.
You're welcome. And speaking of readings, what's coming up tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow will be another installment of Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges, which is my weekly forecast for emotional relationships and situations as sorted by the elemental association. So I do a reading for the air signs, the water signs, the fire signs, and the earth signs. And I offer also the word of the week. And since you helped me bring that up, of course, I will telegraph this early, but we're going to have a special edition of my emotional exchanges
For when?
Valentine's Day. And what's special about it? We're going to have a guest star.
Me.
Banshee.
I get to star on his emotional exchanges. Woo woo.
And maybe read some Valentine's Day inspired haiku or poetry.
Well, I'm sure I have a few tarot haiku that could fit the bill as well.
Indeed you
Two
do.
of Cups, Lovers come to mind.
Very
We'll
good.
have something special. And hey, Merwin, I caught you. How you doing? Good to hear. Good to see you. I see you've been posting about one of my favorite drummers from Rush today. It's very sad that he is gone and left us. I agree. Some great talent lost in the rock world in recent years. Absolutely. So are we ready to get going? We have a list started, and I'm going to go over the names on the list. The first person on the list is Tess Neem, and then Balkis Miracle, K Dash, Masonic Elite, Smiling Soul, Warda, and Merwin.
And someone else has just joined us.
And somebody else has just joined us. Asal. Hello, welcome.
Welcome.
We're just putting our list together for readings, Asal. You will be at the bottom of that list, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 names on the list. The night is young, and we'll be able to get in all the readings tonight. So, okay, you got any special decks today, or you use the business as usual?
I did bring a special deck today.
Uh-huh.
Funny that you should ask.
Oh, because I did not.
I brought my Aleister Crowley deck,
Oh, okay.
which is very ceremonial, very artistic. Here's a picture of the Fool. It's kind of an interesting mix between semi-pastels and then just really intricate line work of a sort.
Mm-hmm.
I don't often read with this deck, but I was looking for something different, so it just kind of called out. There's Aaron again.
Oh, hey, Aaron. Welcome. You're a little down the list.
And then I also
let's
have
see.
I also have the Tarot of the Northern Shadows, which has a lot of Norse kind of inspired themes. Let's see if I can find a nice one. The Magician. Looks kind of Germanic. Anyways, so those are 2 decks I'll be using tonight.
I'll be reading with my Manga Tarot, which is a low scare Bayo deck. Something that we noticed the other day when we were looking at the deck more carefully, and I knew this, but I'd forgotten it because I hadn't used it in a while. They actually made the High Priestess a High Priest. So they kind of changed it a little bit in their interpretations. And then for the Magician, they made the Magician a sorceress, which I thought was really kind of interesting, kind of a nice spin on things. So that's my Manga Tarot, Manga-inspired tarot. And then I'll be reading again with the After Tarot, which I've really come to like a lot. And finally, and that's a U.S. Games deck. Another U.S. Games deck, I believe, or else it's a Low Scarabeo. I think it might be Low Scarabeo, is the, oh gosh, what is it called? Oh gosh, I forgot the name of it. I can't believe I forgot the name of it. Art Nouveau, the Art Nouveau Tarot. Hello. I kept thinking art. It's art. What is it?
It's art. Oh, okay.
It's Art Nouveau.
Art Nouveau.
So we are set to go. Hey, Violet Ann, I'll get you on the list. Welcome.
Okay.
All right, I think we are definitely ready to go with this list. We're up to about 10 now. So Tesneem, you are first if you want to write down your question or if you just want a general reading. Let us know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, we have 10. Violet Ann, you're number 10, and Aaron, you're number 9. Estelle is number 8. I think everybody else knows from there where they're at. Merwin is 7.
I have a feeling 1 or 2 people. Oh, wait, they're back. It looked like somebody dropped off and now they're back.
So, okay, Tasneem, are you here? Do you want us to read for you tonight? We'll give it another second or two for response. Sometimes things are slow with the, connections, whatever.
Meanwhile, I will warm up the Aleister Crowley Tarot.
Well, you go ahead. I think I will maybe play with the Art Nouveau first this time when I read with them. And, of course, I have my Lenormand cards. I'm still using the expanded version. I might switch back soon to a normal Lenormand. I love this version, though. And I'm trying to get used to the extra cards in there that Cyril Marchetti created for that. Okay. I'm waiting again. Did you put it out on the chat?
Just now.
Oh, there. Tesneem is there. Yes, Tess, if you would like us to do a reading for you, do you have a question or do you want a general reading? Ah, got it. Okay. Your cards.
Okay.
I'll put those aside for now.
Just kind of think about.
Let's see.
We'll check that in a moment, Jakari.
Oh, no, Jakari. I think you just popped in. We'll get you on the list right now.
Okay, for you.
Unless I missed something, but no, I don't see anybody else. Okay. Okay, you are on the list, Jakari. Ooh. For some reason, I can't ruffle them.
Getting arthritic there?
No, they were a little stiff. Have they not been used in a while?
I mentioned that earlier.
Aha. You're welcome, Jakari. Alrighty then. I think I have a spread for this.
Okay.
Maybe. 1 second. Okay. Let's see what's going on with Khalid right now with the first card. Let's just see what's going on generally. Wow.
The 9 of Cups.
Seems like things are going very well for Khalid right now, or should be. This is a very positive sign that he is looking to or has fulfilled some wishes recently. He's very happy with things right now in life.
Yeah, there's a sense of fulfillment.
So let's see now. So let's see about the attitudes towards you.
Truce. The Four of Swords.
Well, that's interesting because
It's also the rest, of course.
yes, yes. So the Four of Swords is kind of a card of rest or maybe stepping back. So I wonder, are you guys together in any way now, Tess?
The Crowley deck has keywords at the bottom, and they may not necessarily vibe exactly to more traditional meanings, but I kind of like it in a way. This one says truce at the bottom. And that could imply that there's some sort of rest going on, or
Okay.
there's some sort of peace.
So he's not around you now. So and that's what I'm thinking is that there's some step there. There's like a
Go lay down.
stalemate right now. Like not much
Go
is
lay down.
happening. I'm not sure his thoughts are on you at the present time. It seems like they're more on himself and what's happening.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because this would seem to be a sense of self-absorption with the Nine of Cups, the sense of being really fulfilled and bountifulness. And then this sort of indicates that maybe there's nothing particularly engaging,
That's all right.
between you two at the moment, which of course is what you're kind of telling us. So, what is that final card?
The final card is where things are headed, if anything's going to develop or happen. Well, I don't know what to make of that in this position. What would
It's
you?
the Emperor.
It is the Emperor. It seems like this is,
Well, since we were thinking of this reading from his point of
Yeah.
view, then to me what it sounds like is he's just basically in charge here, and it's really up to him to make the next move. He's the emperor in this situation, and these other cards are kind of going along with that.
you little mind reader, you.
Really?
No, seriously, I was thinking that was the only way I could think to go with that this is really, a decision that's up to him right now. And yeah, I get the feeling
So there
that
is.
maybe he knows he holds all the cards and likes that control right now. So I'm not sure things are heading anywhere at the moment, but it's, you know what, Tess, I would tell you that nothing in this reading was inherently bad. So let me throw some Lenormand for you and
Yeah, let's
see if
try the Lenormand
that
on that.
clarifies anything.
It is hard to
And
understand what his
is
attitude might be
Sunny
here.
by chance on my Lenormand cards? Oh, nope, there they are. But I never know with this cat. Oh, hey, Blah.
Hi,
I
Bob.
think it's early enough I can put you on the list.
Yeah, we just started at 7.
My cat is making me crazy here. I think my other pen is under him right now. Anyway. All right, we'll update you on the list in just a moment. We haven't gotten very far yet, admittedly, but we're going to get rolling, getting things rolling. Well, this is a very unusual combination as well, Tess. We have the coffin, which I don't want you to think of it in terms of death per se, and the bouquet. However, in this case, there might be, some funeral, something in the offing, because it's interesting that the bouquet of flowers is there. But what I really think it means is that something has to come to an end for, something to develop. I don't know if this person, Khalid, is involved with anybody else right now, or if there's something that they're doing that they have to put an end to before they can focus on you.
And I get the feeling that maybe, I hate to say this, but I get the feeling like maybe it's not meant to be. That my feeling is that maybe you're going to get a letter or some sort of message indicating that they have basically moved on, or that they consider the matter at an end for whatever reasons. It's just a sense I'm picking up here. If it's not that, then I could say that along with Banshee, it does maybe indicate something else has to end before something new starts. You know, with the roses. Are they roses?
With their bouquet, yeah,
A
bouquet
bouquet.
of flowers. And the bouquet is basically a gift or, some gift of praise or, getting, somebody either gives you something or says something about you that really makes you feel special and good about yourself. And that's why I'm thinking here that, something has to end before this develops or happens. And are they willing to do that?
And we may not totally agree on that.
And we may not totally agree on that.
So you sort of have
So you have two perspectives on these cards, and like we always say, the tarot is not the final answer here. And what we hope you get out of some of these readings is that you can determine maybe what your next move should be. Should you, just try to get him to express how he feels about you? Or should you stay back? Should you lay low? Should you let it go? Those decisions are up to you. All right, I think we've got that, and that's all we have for you now, Tess. So I hope that helped. You're very,
welcome.
very welcome. Hey,
Thank you.
Balkis,
We appreciate you too.
Balkis, you are up, and the list is as follows.
Before you start, it looks
oh.
like Merwin tried to shoot us their question.
I saw that,
Yeah,
Merwin.
okay.
We'll
So
try to
not quite
find
yet.
it again, but you might have to retype it. You're further down on the list, unfortunately. But I'll tell you where you are. It's not horribly far. Okay, Balkis is now, then K Dash, Masonic, Smiling Soul, Warda, and then you, Merwin, Acel, Aaron, Violet Ann, Chikari, and Blah. And we are rolling. Let's go.
Balkus is asking what may be a yes or no question.
Oh, well, let's check it out, Balkis.
I got mine here. Let's
Great.
throw it.
All right, the list is up to date. We are good. The cat is still in my way. All is well. All right. It's Balkus's turn, Smiling Soul, and there's still 2 more people ahead of you after Balkus.
So if by chance people back out or aren't able to get their reading today, they can always try to check us out on Sunday Eastern Standard Time, 2 to 4 p.m. So that'll be this Sunday. In addition to that, we're hoping to add a little more content to our website. There's going to be a new installment of
You mean
our
YouTube?
channel.
Yeah.
There's going to be a new installment of Banshee Soul Stories.
Honest.
Honest, she says.
Do I cut? You already shuffled.
Sometime in the next month or two, we are hoping to put out the modality readings.
The monthly modality reading will be sooner than later. It's got to be, because we're trying to time it with the astrological signs and when the sign turns. So when it's going into Aquarius, we want to give our first monthly modality reading.
Yes, more on that soon. So
More on that soon. We'll
let's get
probably
to
do
our
a little intro video to it as to what's behind it to introduce it, because it's a little bit unique. And let's see, what else were we planning? Oh, we have to follow up our USA prediction. I haven't checked the totals, but I think we were nearing 50 views. So people are interested in what's going on in the USA in 2020. And we're going to follow up with every single card we pulled in the reading. We're going to provide more information on those positions. So that video should be coming out very shortly. We don't want to hold this off too long. Hey, Jenna, I'll get you down on the list. Every time I see some... Oh, I'm not going to interrupt you.
Okay, pull that one out there, Balkus.
Oh, the
you did, in
last
fact,
card.
get 2 aces.
But what's that one there?
Just barely. So those are your aces, the Ace of Wands and then the Ace of Cups reversed.
So it's leaning towards yes. It's not a definite.
Yes. You have a reversed Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is almost always about the coming or going of a romantic situation.
And this is reversed. So, I mean, I think what it means is there's going to be some bumps in the road here, but they aren't, obviously it's still possible by the look of the cards. But, there's a little rockiness here.
Are you possibly thinking there's going to be somebody in your life who is a little bit of a rogue? Because I'm sort of picking up the roguish idea here from the Knight of Cups. And that's not to say that he's a rogue to you, but maybe in certain aspects he's a rogue kind of personality. And I'm sort of trying to be whimsical. I'm not trying to say like, oh my God, this guy's a thug. I'm not saying anything like that. But I just sort of pick up something that's a little bit adventuresome and or risky and maybe a little bit contrary on occasion. At any rate...
Wrap it up, Mr. O.
Yes, that's what I see there. So
you.
I see the chances are yes. And that maybe there's going to be just some tumult, adventuresomeness. If it doesn't describe a person, maybe it just describes the situation going forward.
I drew the moon first, and then I
Ooh.
drew the path or the the pathway. The path is like decisions. And so successful decisions. Some just a successful decision will be reached this year. So I think that's also playing into this, whether you're going to get married in 2020 or not. Somebody has to decide.
Yeah, I think that maybe there's been a little bit of a game going on if there is actually somebody who sort of is in the mix with you at the moment. But I also think, too, that the moon in general, to me, not being a reader of Lenormand, there is a sort of a feeling that romantic things are kind of covered by the moon sometimes, too. And so this is the pathway towards it, I suppose.
Welcome, new viewer, Elena. Welcome.
Hi, Elena.
We're going to put you down on the list. It's getting quite long, so we're just going to keep rolling here and do the readings. We'll hopefully be able to get you in tonight.
Okay.
But enjoy the chat, and
Thank you,
everybody has such fun in the
Balkus.
chat.
We hope that helped.
Yeah, Balkus, hope that, and good luck. Good luck with that.
We do a short free reading for you when it's your turn, and you can either ask for a general reading or we may be able to do a question for you.
Yeah. So, hey, K-Dash, you are up.
K-Dash, if you're here.
K-Dash, and then Masonic, Smiling Soul.
You are welcome, Balkus.
Warda, Merwin, Asel, Aaron, Violet Ann, Jakari, Blah, Jenna, and Elena. So let's roll. So, K-Dash, what's your question? Or do you just want a general reading? Your choice.
Okay, are you turning dreams? Okay, very nice question. Shall we go ahead with my deck again?
Yeah, do you want to do... Well, let me do mine. Want to do yes,
sure?
no, or which do you want to do for that? What do you think?
Well...
3 cards or yes, no?
Let's do the 3 cards.
Okay. I decided and grabbed the After Tarot instead. Turning dreams into reality. Wow.
Well, this is Detroit area, Michigan, for those who are interested. And we're expecting super heavy snowfall.
Downriver of Detroit, actually.
Right, we're downriver, but the whole area, several counties, will possibly be affected by a super heavy snowstorm followed by a super heavy rainstorm, starting maybe at some point later Friday night and going on for
Saturday
a day or
morning.
so. Right?
Yeah. So like after midnight Friday night. All right, here you go. Shuffle.
Okay.
So, just typical Michigan craziness. Although usually at this time of year it's much colder. We are finally getting into
warm.
We are finally getting into some of the cold stuff, though. It's going to be going down into the 20s, which is kind of where we should have been at for a while now. So, it's been kind of strange.
You're in a colder area than us, it looks like. All right, shall I cut?
Yes.
Whoa, can you get him? it's a stretch.
It's a reach. So are we doing the 3? Did you ever get back to me on that? Yes, no, or?
Wisconsin is usually colder than us.
Oh, yeah.
We said a 3-card reading.
Okay, so then that's what we got.
All right.
Let's see what the options are here for you. Oh, my goodness. K Dash, what are you doing, girl? What are you doing? Here.
Turning dreams into reality. Well, we have one of the archetypes of successful dreaming, the Queen of Cups,
Just
an
show them
imaginative
first.
person.
Because this is like, okay.
The 10 of Pentacles. And the World. A very powerful card from the major arcana.
All I can say is you must have big dreams. Because there's a whole lot of power packed here.
Yeah, this is pretty powerful.
I would say the odds are pretty good if they're creative pursuits in particular, but it doesn't have to be. It looks like there might be some money, or maybe you might get some help and support from somewhere financially to put your dreams in motion. And the World is success and travel and good stuff. Oh, okay.
Oops.
Whoopsie.
Well, in
Sorry.
spirit, we're all something.
you know, and the Queen of Cups is like a car. That's why I hesitate to always ascribe gender to these.
I mean, we might say that in a sense, but know for a fact that usually court cards are in fact also equally indicative of possible natures or situations, personality types.
You can still be a Queen of Cups at heart. For a long time, I used to use some kings for my significator when I was learning tarot because I like the power and energy of a king, so I did that.
I like the 10 of Pentacles in this reading here because I sort of feel that there's something behind you that's very supportive. It's not necessarily a family, or if it's a family of choice. Maybe it's actually a business or a foundation or some sort of network of some sort, or that this is what you're going to be able to tap into. And then the World card, of course, just really is indicative of success.
Well, let's hope the Lenormand does not bring this reading back down to earth, because that's really awesome. I would say you definitely have potential to do exactly what you want this year. Sky seems to be the limit, but let's just see what kind of little things Lenormand might point out. Maybe little bumps in the road or positive things. Oh, okay, well, I have the Scythe, and the Scythe is never really good to see, particularly when you get the clover. So what I would say to you is definitely rely on your hard work in this year ahead, to propel things forward. Don't think things are going to come to you just with a lucky break. You're going to have to work for them. There's not every step of the way, it seems like, because this almost sounds like this is not a very fortuitous, lucky time for you right now.
It's kind of interesting because the other card sort of indicated a lot of cosmic force around you, or energy, or the dream imagination thing. And yet I sort of agree with Banshee here, because I sort of feel like maybe what this tells me, and I usually try to be a disclaimer on this, is that I don't do the Lenormand, but I sort of get a vibe off of those symbols there. And what I'm feeling here is sort of like there's a misadventure involving luck that could happen. So you do have to be careful to some degree that you don't attach yourself to a particular decisions or particular organization or something that's going on due to, substance or style over substance. So keep that in mind too. To me, this sort of presents the idea of choosing between style over substance.
All right. That's what we have for you, K-Dash, and I have to say that was very positive.
Yeah, I think so overall.
So, hey, Masonic Elite, we are on you right now, and I'm going to go through the list. After Masonic is Smiling Soul, and then Warda, Merwin, Acel, Aaron, Violet Ann, Jakari, Blah, Jenna, and Elena.
And
You're welcome, and best of luck. It looks awesome.
Yeah, keep us in the loop.
Yep.
Let us know.
All right. So let's see. We are.
Masonic.
You'll have to wait, Smiling. We're on Masonic, and you're after Masonic. But I'll keep that question in mind for you, Smiling.
Well, that's a really odd question.
Oh, did I get one?
From Masonic? Oh, yes.
Oh, there. Where am I? Oh.
Do you have anything that's sort of cosmic?
Not exactly, but let's see. Let's just.
Well, I could try to intuit something.
Let's just do my.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah, I don't have a good 3 card for that one. Why don't we do a yes no on the past life? I'm not sure. Sisters, I'm not sure about that last part of your question, actually.
Here's what I would do. You know, I have that 1 3-card reading where the one card covers the person, represents the person. That would be Ms. T, and then the either ors could be past life or present life under those circumstances. See what I'm saying?
Well, I will let you lead that,
Okay.
and I'll follow. I'm
Let's
not
see
sure
what we
I
can
get it, but I'll try. Her mother lost 4 children. Okay.
Ms. T's mother. Okay, interesting. Okay, and you've already shuffled them. I'll let you cut them since I'm going to lead.
Oh,
Can you? Do you want me to move them?
there's no moving that cat, I swear. And besides, then he'll just come back and get somewhere worse. I have room here now.
So I'm doing a kind of an intuitive rendering from one of my basic readings, a short general reading. It's a little different from some of the ones we do here. And
Okay,
so
you saw that comment about she is older than me?
Yeah, the
Okay.
first card is the card that is about Ms. T, sort of covers them in a way. And that's an ace, right? Is that an ace? And it's the Ace of Pentacles. And so I'm wondering if Ms. T has some sort of huge attraction beyond generations, I guess. And I don't necessarily know that this connotes a super successfulness in life. It could just mean that there's something larger than life about them.
Well, you know, I would say if this was the 10 of Pentacles, I would almost say there seems to be a past life connection. But the fact that it is a pentacle that popped up here for Ms. T, I think that that could indicate something. You know, the pentacles are earth, and when you think of the earth, you know, you think of things that grow and have roots in the earth. And so I'm thinking about this as being some kind of connection to a past life, maybe.
Well, I'm thinking.
But anyway,
I'm thinking that Ms. T is really important to a lot of people, let alone yourself, perhaps.
let's move on.
So then I'm going to pull the next 2 cards together, and it's up for us
Okay.
to determine how they fit into what they asked. One was whether it was a past life.
I
one
can't
was,
see what that is.
Okay, this one is the 2 of Swords.
Okay.
And it's upright.
Because Sonny's in the way, too much in the way. There we go. And now he's mad at
And
me.
then the other one is the reversed 5 of Swords.
It's okay.
And in this style of deck, they're calling them spades. So let me take a moment here.
So what side was this again?
Well, it could be either the first part of their question, which
Well,
was,
that's what I
are
thought.
they in a past life as sisters, or are they now? And it's kind of interesting because what deck are you using, by the way?
That's the Art Nouveau.
Because, of course, the images are more accentuating women by choice or design. I don't know. And so I'm fitting the idea here that this does show that you were in a past life together.
I mean, you know, if I went with the imagery on that card, it definitely looks like sisters to me. So, you know, in a sense. And what about the other card?
Now, the other
Really
card
gotta...
is is the Five of Swords reversed.
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea was whether or not you could be sisters in this life. And I'm going to say that maybe, but it doesn't really matter because it just seems like what actually unites you is probably some amount of oppression or struggle that you've gone through either together or symbolically together.
Well, and you know, if you have shared a past life together, then the thing is that you know, that may be what's connecting you in this life. I don't know, with the five upright or reversed, I'm not getting the sense that there's a connection with that card.
Well, like I said, it doesn't really matter. It's like
Right.
more unites you from the point of being in service together somehow or in sympathy towards each other somehow.
I am totally not sure how I can fit the Lenormand into this, but you know what?
We're going to try.
I'm going to try.
And yeah, smiling soul. Kitty's over there looking at us. Kitty was sort of interesting earlier today. Nothing too unusual. I tried to do something for them, and I was not rewarded for my efforts. It's a cat thing, so that's all I'm going to say.
Well, the first card I pulled was a child, which is very interesting to me in this case, and also the park, the garden. And so I have a sense that there is some type of a karmic, maybe past life connection of some sort here. Because to me, the child, you know, we're talking about siblings, and I keep thinking when I see the child, sometimes that can talk about your sibling. So that's why I'm thinking it is highly possible. But I'm sensing from the other cards we drew that it's more of a past life connection than current.
Right. You just share a lot nowadays, but it's what happened in the past. And that means that probably, you know, that you were meant to be in this relationship now.
And it does show you socializing and networking and having a good time. The park is like going to social gatherings together, things like that.
It is maybe a hint that that's when you were, you know, connected in the past too. Could have been in a more Victorian era, perhaps, which is what I feel from looking at that card. So we should say that's what we have, and we hope that helped.
Okay, so Smiling Soul, that was your question up there about the DM? Because you are up next. And then Warda will be after Smiling Soul. So hang on there, Warda. You'll be next. But Smiling Soul, you're welcome, Masonic.
You're welcome.
The cat cam is moving. Okay, Smiling Soul, I think we're going to do a yes-no on that. And do you want to use yours, or should I use another one of mine? I could use this again.
Okay.
We'll use this again.
Yes, I'm hoping that we can get around to doing part 2 of our USA predictions for 2020.
Well, we don't want it to go much further into 2020 before we get it all done.
By this weekend.
Because then we're at least going to do one and have it come out. And then we'll try to get the other ones done in quick sequence. Because, you know, it's a 2020 prediction. What good is that if we give it to you in June? So we're going to try to get it done.
Do you want me to cut?
Yeah. Three cards?
Yep.
What is that? Oh, okay. Okay. And that's what again? The Four of Swords? Four of Swords is coming up a lot for us today. But that one's reversed. Okay, Smiling Soul. We're going to have to put the brakes on you. So show that card. That's a Chariot, but it's reversed. And show them all, really, because I think we want to just go through them.
Then the Hierophant
Mhm.
reversed.
is reversed.
And then the Four of Swords reversed.
Now, two of those three cards are not bad cards. The Chariot, is one to worry about a little bit. And what I'm thinking here is it's saying is that, things are not going to move as fast as maybe you would like. And, it could be that plans could fail, but I'm really sensing here that there is slow movement.
Well, to me, that says that your ability to be in control of the situation is probably equivalent to the pacing you put on it. That it's just one of those kind of things where maybe you can't pace it any faster than what it is. So you just have to sort of relax and try to go with that and not be overly eager about it, perhaps.
And the second card being the Hierophant reversed is basically not a bad card, but what it's saying is, maybe you're going to have to do something unusual or unconventional to get some attention. Think outside the box of ways you could do that. Either that, or if it's relating to the person you're DMing, they are rather unusual and unconventional in their style and approach. So you have to deal with that.
I'm actually thinking
Uh-oh.
this card makes me feel like whoever that is, they expect you to be the unconventional person. They sort of want to see where you're coming from, and so that maybe presents that opportunity to you.
And finally, the Four of Swords is reversed, which is a good thing. It seems as though at some point there's going to be some movement, one way or another. Something is going to happen. Maybe there will be a message, but I still sense, because of the other cards you got here, it's not going to happen right away. But this is indicative of like a reawakening or getting back to things.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking that if it's true that it has been too long of a time for this communication to happen, that maybe they were out of touch for a while, and that maybe that's going to change in the very near future. So we're just going to say that maybe, things are going to perk up in the near future. Hello there, Gee, baby Gee.
BABGI. Hi there, G. We'll get to you. I will add you to the list, but
added.
it's a long list, so be patient with us. Okay, Smiling Soul, I'm going to pull a couple Lenormand real quick. And we have got to be point now, okay? All right, well, I don't want you to get too dashed by what I'm about to tell you. But we have the moon and we have the cross, which means that things might not turn out as successful as you had hoped. Or maybe what you're going to find out in the DM is not, because I do think you're going to get a response at some point, is not going to be all that exciting to you. It's not going to make you feel like you've gained anything from it.
Well, you are going to feel like maybe you want to question what the actual motives are. And it can be that you're just going to feel that some of their actions are maybe a little suspicious, but it doesn't really, to me, look like things are totally over yet. It's just a matter of maybe being cued in some form.
That's what we have for you, Smiling.
Alrighty.
So, thanks for being here again.
All right.
Hey, Warda, you are up. And so, state your question, or if you want a general reading. Okay, I'll go through the list while we're waiting for Warda's question. So, Warda's up now, and then will be Merwin, and then Acel, and then Aaron, Violet Ann, Jakari, Blah, Gina, Elena, and G.
And I'm just showing a few of the things that will be happening in the near future. Banshee will be doing the Material Matters. We're also on Facebook nightly with a card for the day.
Facebook and Twitter.
And Twitter, that's correct.
And I'm going to call again for Warda.
They were here a moment ago.
Do you want to type up?
Yes.
Oh, Oh, thank you, Masonic.
Do click that like button.
Feel free to click the like button, everybody. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Jakari.
If not for us, for our cat.
Ah, yes. Who, me? Meow.
Okay.
So if Warda does not
Last call for
respond,
Warda.
this will be the
Last
last call. And we'll have to put you down the list.
There you are.
Oh, there you are. Okay, good. Okay.
Well, that's a two-pronged question. We'll see what we can do.
We'll see what we can do. How do you want to do that then?
Well, I think you should use your deck.
Okay. I'm going to use the one I haven't used yet, the Tarot of the Northern Shadows.
And I have an idea.
You do. We're going to turn it
One
down.
is a yes-no. I'm going to shuffle for the yes-no, and then I will pass it to you. You shuffle for the financial, and we'll do a 3-card for that. So we
Okay.
can get this done quickly.
Alrighty. So that's the meaning. No, I am not going to commit to that for every reading.
No, yeah. We might have to kind of cut down on how people get more than one question in, but we're going to try this.
We are doing those 2 questions for you, Warda.
And I'm only going to draw one
And I have to
Lenormand,
shuffle,
though,
right?
for both.
I have to shuffle?
Yes. And you'll cut those, and I'll cut these. All right, I'm doing the yes-no, so I'll do it first real quick.
Okay.
Really? I did. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, we are reading for you right now, Warda. We understand your questions.
Yes, we've got them. Okay. All right, Warda. It's leaning towards yes. I'm answering the first part of your question first, or the second part first.
Right.
Will you get married this year? And it's leaning towards yes, but there is this. I'm a little concerned about justice being reversed. Justice reversed is kind of like
There's some legal situations
legal
that have to be
stuff.
cleared up.
Yeah.
Maybe there's paperwork that wasn't filed correctly. Maybe somebody still has something going on that they need to take care of. Maybe it's you. Maybe that's the other person.
yeah, but it absolutely looks possible that
does
you
look
will get
possible.
married in 2020. So just some little bumps in the road, and it may have to do with some technicalities or legalities.
All right, so now we're going to do.
Okay, we're doing the
first
other part
What
about-
does your financial outlook look like for the rest of the?
For 2020.
Well, it doesn't really say that there, but okay, we're going to do it that way. That's how I was understanding the question. And there are some situations. You have justice again, which is kind
This
of
time it's
interesting.
upright.
It's upright this
Yeah.
time. Justice card. And then you also have the Nine of Swords, which sort of indicates maybe some emotional turbulence in the area. And I'm not exactly sure how that relates to finances, other than the fact that maybe you're feeling like you've suffered in the financial area.
I will
Over
talk
here-
about that.
Okay, over here is Temperance reversed.
Yeah.
And this may indicate that there's going to be some situations where you can't really be moderate.
Put it together here because we have this. We have the Nine of Swords, which is kind of a feeling of worries or fear and maybe some disappointments. So and oftentimes, you know, it indicates that maybe you've put the worry on yourself in some way, you know, that if you really think things through, there is a solution. And when I put the two together, the temperance is here. It seems like there is some imbalances going on in the financial area of your life for the coming months, I would say. And justice upright seems to indicate to me that in the end, the scales will balance. Things will get better. It will improve, but I think it's going to be a slow and steady process.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that. That's kind of what I saw. Do you want to pull a Lenormand?
Yes, I do. And I'm thinking, Werda, it might be, maybe as much as 6 months before you start seeing some real progress financially. I'm just feeling that. I'm just picking that up.
Well, you have two major arcanas, and they're kind of divided by this Nine of Swords, which really indicates, I think, what we're feeling is that to some degree you need to kind of try to divert yourself from that worry in a way. Try not to let that oppress you. Some of this is just going to have to happen on its own in a way.
So I ended up with the Anchor and the Spyglass. And basically, to me, this is sort of telling me that, you're really going to have to, I don't know if it's do some research, do some legwork, do some work. I really do think this is focusing on your financial realm, finding stability with your finances and structure. So you may have to seek out some help in some way, somebody who can help you manage, the issues that maybe you're facing.
Although you were asking about whether you were going to be wed and it looks like there's a good prognosis there, you may not want to consider moving if that's a part of that, or you may want to find that that is a part of the situation that will most affect what's going on financially, and that to the degree that maybe your career or your life or your livelihood are more tied up with where you're at now, you may need to stay in place with the Anchor, but that still won't stop you from really investigating other possibilities if moving or some sort of change like that is part of the direction.
And that's what we have for you, Warda.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
And hey, Merwin, you are up. Good to see you back. And after Merwin, we will have Acel, and then Aaron, Violet Ann, Jakari, Blah, Jenna, Elena, and G. You're very welcome.
You're welcome. Good luck with everything.
Okay, so Merwin, I'm sure, is typing away.
And I'm keeping these ones warm.
I'm going to switch decks again myself. I'll go to...
And I see Sonny Boy is exploring his new toy again over there on the other side.
We're not going to do a camera. Is he terrified
No,
again?
Not. Okay, we'll try to let you know when it's coming up. We will talk about it, or we will print the name there.
I will keep...
You are a little bit down, but you're not incredibly down.
I'll definitely keep mentioning the list. Actually, Elena's second from the last.
Okay, so
So
you're down.
it's just, yeah.
You don't have to worry.
We take everybody as they come into the chat. We try to keep up.
Hey.
Uh-oh. We have a slight cat problem. Hey, you're going to have to do something about it, or I will.
I can do it. No, stay.
Stay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I put the camera on, just shoot.
Oh, hi. Sorry, our cats are kind of getting into a little spat. We just need to break it up. Stay there. Stay. Why are you so jealous? You get all the limelight. You know it.
Did they respond yet?
Yeah, I'm waiting. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We're moving. Merwin, are you with us? Type the name, please.
Spell the name, please. Mervyn?
WYN, I think.
Oh, well.
Hey, Merwin. Last call. Gives me a chance to quickly shuffle my deck. Going once. Going twice. Merwin, we're sorry. We're going to have to move on. Okay, well, where the heck is... I know she posted a question earlier, but oh well. It's hard for me to go back and find them
Yeah, I can't
in the
find it
chat.
either.
So we're going to move on, and I'm going to put Merwin at the bottom in case she comes back. And next is Acel. Are you still with us? We'll give it just a couple seconds to see. After Acel is Aaron, Violet Ann, Jakari, Blah, Jenna, Elena, G, and Merwin. Oh, there you are. Okay, if you have a question for us, you can type it now or just ask us for a general reading. Okay. Okay.
Well, the idea of a Cancer and a Scorpio getting together does seem astrologically fated. However, neither of those two signs would not be totally unresonant with a Capricorn.
Do we want to do 3 cards?
Sure.
We'll do one for Alibek to see what's going on with him. One with how he feels about his wife, Dinara, and one about how he feels about Acel. You shuffled?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh, Merwin. You missed your turn. We called for you I don't know how many times.
We're sorry.
You know what? I will DM you later, Merwin, if that's okay with you, or you can wait to the end and I can try to squeeze you in. But we're on another reading right now. But I can definitely get back to you with an answer because I know you're very concerned.
Sorry about that.
And I will make sure Mr. O also inputs.
Okay, so the first card is whether they're happy with their wife, right? Dinara.
Yeah. So we are working on Acel's reading right now. Okay.
The first card is the Ten of Swords. And it is possible that there is some adversity in this relationship. It is possible that there is a bit of fighting or there is some sense of warfare of some sort. I don't know how to say that.
And that's the card that I wanted to represent him, actually, or what he's going through right now. So let's put the card down now. The second card is going to be for Dinari. How he feels about Dinari.
And it is the Knight of Rods or Wands reversed.
Yeah, there's some kind of...
and maybe they're feeling that...
animosity or some difficulties going on right now.
They've mistrusted themselves or they mistrusted Dinara. That they sort of feel like maybe something was over them and there was a sense of not being led properly or misleading themselves. Hi, Libra Cusp.
Hey, Libra Cusp, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'll put you down, but it's a long list, so...
Okay, so the third one
we'll see.
Is whether or not they love Acel.
Yes. Well, I'm feeling that fate is kind of against that. You know, that I just...
It's a cycle. When they did, and when they don't, they don't. And maybe that means that they're sort of hard to commit, and maybe that's what part of the problem is that they don't easily commit well or strongly.
Well, they're married now, apparently, right?
So, yeah, but I'm seeing some sense of unhappiness here.
There's definitely some unhappiness, I will tell you that. But I'm not seeing that he is turning, you know, towards you. I guess I'm saying that. So as unhappy as he may be feeling, I'm not seeing, you know, that the feeling's there for you. And I'm going to do a quick Lenormand on that, except... where are my Lenormand? Oh. Sunny was using them as a pillow, so they should be nice and they have cat energy in them. I know you sent your question, Merwin, but when we kept calling for you, you didn't respond. And so we we waited a number of minutes and we didn't get a response. Did you write that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did I say that correctly?
Okay. Yeah. So I apologize. He didn't quite explain it, but that's what happened. So I don't know if you were away from the screen, but you missed your call. All right. Come on. I drew the dice. And the mask. So, I think it's a real gamble thinking about this person, to be honest with you. Asel, because basically it seems like this person's risky business. And the mask means that this person kind of wears many masks. I don't like what I'm seeing here. So
yeah,
there's
I
a
feel
lot of
exactly
deception or weird things going on.
Well, remember, one of my cards, I felt like that they could be just mistrusting or misstating themselves. And I think that's the thing, is that maybe there's some sense of maturity or some sense of not really being adult in the situation, maybe having false expectations. I don't feel that they're totally a bad person, but that there's just somehow, there's parts of themselves they don't even understand in a way. They're masked to themselves.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Asel.
And that's what we have for you. I wish it was, better news that you want to hear, but maybe you do need to hear what the cards had to tell you. So keep that in mind and think about it. And the tarot, like I said, is only a snapshot in time, and maybe you'll find things, change over time. Hey, Aaron, you are up if you are here. And I'll give you a couple minutes too, and then we'll have to move on. I would suggest to people, I know it takes time to write your question. So if we call your name, just say yes or something to let us know you're here. And then we'll know you're working on your question, because otherwise it gets a little hard to keep up with.
Right, we got you, Aaron. Okay.
All right.
The next one?
Yes, you are here, and you are on right now.
MCAT a third time.
Oh. Huh. Okay. That's a good question. We both have a little medical background ourselves, working in medical libraries.
And in a way, I still have a little bit of that background, because where I'm at now in the library, I do a lot of the test preparation books. So the MCAT books definitely are in my collection at the library that I work at.
Okay, we're going to do a yes/no on that and see what comes up.
Good.
And yeah, I used to order test books for where I work now, and I used to order the MCAT quite a bit. I always tried to keep those up to date. All right, shuffle. Hoping to do some more Twitter and Facebook content soon too than I have been. I think I'm going to make a semi-regular feature, maybe once a week at least, of doing Banshee's play dates. Merwin, maybe you're not hearing us. I'm going to chat you here a minute.
And I'll just show our schedule. We'll be on again Sunday. We're also looking for tarot deck producers. We've talked to a few people, and we'll be showing their decks more and doing reviews of those.
Oh my gosh, it says merrymaking. Merwin, I was talking to you. I hate self-correct. I hate self-correct. What the heck?
Well, I think I already explained that in the chat, so maybe they're not getting the chat correctly.
Yeah,
either.
I'm not sure if Merwin is seeing the chat, number one, and I'm not sure if she's hearing me because we've explained a couple times, Merwin. And the thing is, if you write your question before your turn, we can't keep going back up the chat to find it. So you need to give us your question when it's your turn. And when it's your turn and we call you, we have to move on after a few minutes if you don't answer. And that's kind of what we did. I have you back down on the list, but now we've got to take the questions in order. So we're moving on with, and my apologies for that, but we will DM you if we can't get you to you tonight. Absolutely. So, all right, let me do this. Oh, well, it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. You've got two aces. They both happen to be upright, but they're just saying that it is leaning towards yes. And if nothing else, I don't know. It looks like it's positive for success. It looks like there could be some good news this time because I believe I have the Page of Wands here, which is the Princess of Wands in this deck. And I think that's indicating to me that it looks like there could be good news.
It's good news. It also represents the idea, too, that maybe what they're seeing in you is just a lot of skill and grace under pressure.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let me, so I think give it a shot. It looks possible that there will be good news this time. I can't say definitely. You didn't get the definite yes, but let's see if the Lenormand has anything to add to that. And, practice makes perfect, and, it will probably would not hurt to do it again. Oh, wow. Well, I've got the fox. And I've got the fish. Well, I hope you're ready to take the cat in that because it does sound like the right way to go. And the fox is indicating to me, that, yeah, maybe this time you've got it, and that it would be worth your while. The fish is about resources and finances and things just flowing in the right direction. So I get the feeling that this is saying it's kind of reinforcing the reading, really.
Yeah, I think it reinforces it very well. And I think from my own symbolic take on that, it just seems to me like the fox is clever and follows through with where the fish are going. So, fox eats fish. You're going to catch it.
Well, don't worry, Merwin. We've got your question. We will get back to you. All right. So, what do we got? So that was Aaron. Aaron, I think it sounds good. So, hope you enjoyed that reading. Thanks for waiting, everybody. We are on Violet Ann now. Hey, Violet Ann, are you around?
You're welcome. Good luck, too.
Good luck on that.
What the world needs now is better medical people.
Absolutely. All right, maybe time for one of your decks for when Violet Ann pops on.
There they are. All right. Thank you, Merwin.
Take care.
You may hear from Banshee later. Who knows?
You will.
Okay, so Violet Ann's reading is for the next month. So we'll just say all of February.
Oh, there it is. Okay, love reading for the next month. Okay, yeah. Want to do just a card a week?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
And you shuffle.
I sure will.
You mean start with now or in February?
Oh.
I guess we could just do it either way, right?
Well, let's, I guess, yeah.
the next 4 weeks.
Let's do the next 4 weeks. Sure. Week 1, week 2. Okay, so we're going to do the next 4 weeks for you, Violet Ann. All right. All right.
So that's 4 cards, right?
Yes.
All right. So the next week is the reversed sun.
Well, next week, not so much happening in the love department. Nothing good anyway. If you're in a relationship, that would indicate, maybe some squabbles, some blues. But if you're not in a relationship, maybe you're feeling that and you're getting a little antsy, and that's the feeling next week.
Yeah, it's a little bit cloudy, like maybe you're just not able to be together
Focused on it.
as you would like in some way.
The week following.
The week following.
Ah.
Interlude. The
What's
Knight of
this
Cups.
Knight of Cups I see?
So I'd say a rendezvous of some sort, or at least a deepening or a quickening in the heart, the prelude to maybe the consideration something romantic will happen.
A chance
Some
meeting,
affair.
perhaps, of an emotional nature.
3rd week from now.
That's
10.
the Ten of Pentacles?
Right.
Whoa. So the Ten of Pentacles is like, if I was to put this in the terms of in love and relationships, there's a couple ways I could go here.
You just hit the jackpot.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That, maybe week 3 is a week to focus on, because it sounds like a lot of things could be happening, could be opening up for you. Or on the other hand, this love could be also, to me, more familial love. Like there may be something that
I was going to say that.
tending to with family matters and whatnot in week 3.
Finally, the 4th week from now. Ooh.
Ooh.
The Wheel of Fortune.
It's upright. The wheel
It's
is turning
upright.
your way. So week 4 seems like a very fortuitous time for, maybe making connections.
Yeah, it seems
Or
to me
deepening
like
a relationship.
You will just feel really empowered to be your true self at that time, if that's what you want to be, looking for those feelings, looking for those events or possibilities. This is really at the top of your cycle.
Yeah.
Even in a way that maybe that one wasn't the week before that. It's like it's just building towards that. You just got to go through a little bit of cloudiness next week. Peer through the clouds, and there it is, all falling down.
So next week, not so great. But after that, it just seems like it gets consistently better. All right, I'm going to throw a couple Lenormand.
Yes, that would be Valentine's week. And a shameless plug for Banshee guest starring on my Emotional Outlooks, which will be
His Emotional Outlook video, I'm guest starring.
will be that morning of February 14th, Valentine's Day, and maybe she'll read some love poetry for us.
I drew the Time card, and then I drew the Scythe card. And I don't know why, but since they came up the way they did, I'm beginning to think that it's saying to me it's only a matter of time. Time is going to be cut short. So in other words, I think sometime in this month period here, something is going to gel for you relationship-wise. In short order, fairly short order.
Yeah, I get the feeling that is true there too. And I sort of feel like that what ends really is just the idea that you feel you have to look because it's just there. It's really clockwork. It's just clockwork that it starts to happen.
Awesome. Mr. I don't read the Lenormand. He does fine. Hopefully that'll work. And hopefully things will turn out for you, Violet Ann. I'm wishing you the best.
Good luck to you.
And hey, Jakari, you are up.
All right.
And after Jakari is Blah, and then Jenna, Elena, G. I think Merwin's gone for the night, but I still have her on the list, but we will move past Merwin if she's gone. And Libra Cusp. So, and that will probably close out our night. I think we're going to be able to make it. I think we're going to get everybody in.
Yes.
What good things are coming towards me before this month ends? Okay. Well, we're about halfway there, aren't we? All right, let's do a 3 card. You want me to do mine? Or
Got him.
okay. You've got them.
So you have a mere 15 days, right? 30
Yeah.
days?
Well, I hope
Yeah,
there's good
September.
things. Let's just say that right from the get-go. And my next soul stories is going to be about luck. You know, I talk about synchronicities and signs and symbols, and so I'm going to talk about some of the crazy luck experiences I have. And the first one is going to be a very interesting one because there's going to be a few of these segments as part of my soul stories because I've had more than one instance of good luck and it hasn't always related to money, although I have some good money ones to tell as well.
And you said 3 cards.
I did.
All right. Ooh.
What's that last one?
It's a 6, right?
Is it of cups?
No, discs.
Oh, discs. They got the discs. Okay. All right. So some interesting stuff for you, I would say. Gosh, Jakari.
You have the High Priestess.
Yeah, you got the High Priestess.
You have the reversed 9 of Wands.
And then you have the Six of
That's a little interesting look.
6 of Pentacles upright. 6 of Coins upright. So the High Priestess indicates to me that your intuition is really going to be in overdrive, hyperdrive. We just pulled the High Priestess. Was that today's card? I think it was for the tarot for today.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're going to just feel like, you know, you could trust your gut in these next few weeks to make the important decisions that you need to make.
By the way,
What?
the moon is in Libra.
Really? Okay.
You asked me to find
I
out
did.
that.
Thank you. All right.
I finally looked at the calendar and told her.
And I needed that like a while back, but that's okay. Thank
But
you.
that means that it'll be moving into Scorpio in the next day or so. And of course, a lot of people do
Psychic.
have more intuitive sense around that time.
I would say to you, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to signs, symbols, omens. Something might be trying to come through to you. You have the 9 of rods reversed, and maybe, you know, there's a cautionary tale. Was that reversed?
It is reversed.
It is reversed.
But the image is a little different, so I want you to see
It's
that.
a cautionary tale that I think you need to, you know, prepare for the unexpected. It's not to say that it will happen, you know, that there could be something bad happening, but kind of just be prepared for the unexpected.
Yeah, it looks to me like it's the kind of thing that maybe it has aspects of both good and bad luck, but it's basically unexpected.
Yeah. And so it might catch you off guard, and so that might throw you, you know, off your game a little bit. But you have the 6 of, the 6 of Pentacles here. And to me, that's a card of giving. You know, this is a great time for you, you know, to give to others in some way. You know, if you're volunteering to do things, whatever the case may be, if you can give of yourself to others, I have a feeling that, you will get back in return. So basically it's that give and take, the law of give and take of the universe, you know, you give a little, you get a little. It's going to be that kind of energy, I think, for the next couple of weeks.
It's not even going to be hard because it's really a kind of an opportunity coming to you. Remember we were talking about unexpected? That basically you'll say, oh, yes, you know, it's like just maybe you hadn't thought about it before. And it would be something you would naturally just like to do.
And, you know, another way I like to look at this card or, you know, with this question here is that what you give, regardless if it's what you want, you know, regardless what you give in relationships, in work, whatever, that's what you're going to get back. So, you know, it's going to be this whole give and take, whether it's about a relationship, whether it's about money, finances, or work. That's kind of the vibration I think that's going to be around you for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to draw a quick Lenormand for you.
Alrighty.
Sonny wanted to lay on them, but I stopped him. There, the Tower and change. So I don't know if you're working right now or if you're in school, whatever the case may be. It looks as though there's some changes happening that involves an institution of some sort. Corporation, an institution. I think the changes are good, but it looks like that might be a focus coming up in these next couple weeks as well.
Is there something that partners you between where you are now and with something else? I get the feeling like maybe something puts you in a situation where you can work a little bit, or at least have some sort of conversation or dialogue with somebody else in another situation that isn't exactly yours. Maybe that's coming. It's just a little something I feel there. I'm not sure if I can explain it any better than that. At any rate, that's what we have.
That's what we have for you, Jakari. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
And hey, Blah, are you still hanging out?
Yes, it's
I see our chat room got a little shorter.
So
I might want to take this opportunity to wish Monster Hunter a happy birthday today.
Yes.
Monster Hunter, our producer.
Mr. Monster Hunter.
And son. It is his birthday. I should say our former producer. Okay, Blah. I will add you, Aaliyah, but we'll see if we can get you in. It's going to be kind of tight.
Go ahead if you have a question, or if you would just like to have a general reading.
Yeah, just let us know what your question is, or if you want a general reading. And so after Blah is Jenna, Elena, G, Libra Cusp, and Aaliyah. Okay. I think we'll throw 3. Oh, the cat is back.
Boy, and I thought for sure today would be the day that the mysterious shadow cat.
Yes, our black cat,
would be
but
here.
no.
Because while we were in a lengthy setting up process, she just sort of wanted to camp out here. And we thought, oh, she's going to stick around. She just looks like the most luxurious little black cat. But alas, she skipped away.
Okay. Let's see what we get for Blah.
An Ace of Swords.
Reversed.
Reversed. The Magician
Upright.
And Judgment reversed.
Ooh. Well, it's not going to be an easy go of it.
It's a struggle a little bit, and part of it is you will really have to really apply a part of your will, the strongest part of your will. But what the factors working against this almost seem to be that there's a prejudgment against you by somebody in this particular one you mentioned, if there is a particular one. So you want to stay away maybe from things where maybe you're too well known, because maybe people just have their own feelings about you and they just don't want to hire you. You would do better with a fresh start somewhere.
I don't think a particular job was mentioned. So,
okay.
But I think the job search is going to be, it's going to be tough. The Ace of Swords is reversed, so don't expect this to be, maybe you're already not expecting it to be completely easy. And Judgment reversed, I will agree with him on what he said about, some people prejudging you, they might call you in for an interview, or maybe you're not getting called because they're prejudging you and not giving you a chance beyond, your resume and your paperwork. So what I would suggest to you is to make sure you feel you've got, that you're selling yourself appropriately, when you're making those calls, connections, whether through the internet, whether through sending letters or resumes. Make sure that first impression you're sending is the one you want them to have. The Magician card indicates that you are ready. I mean, you are ready and just waiting for this to happen, or wanting to make this happen. You seem to have the abilities and the skills and talents, but now you just need the opportunity. And that's where I'm seeing the problem is at right now. Looking at timing, I'm thinking it might be spring. Sometimes these swords indicate spring. And so I'm thinking that it might take till spring before something happens.
I'll agree with that. But I do feel too that with the magician, what it tells me is that you really have these abilities, and it's just a matter of putting it all together in that package of presenting yourself to the prospective employer.
Okay, so
Pulling the Lenormand.
let me toss a couple Lenormand for you, blah, and see what we get. Well, I've got the moon, and I've got the book. So, you know what that tells me is there's success through knowledge. There's success through more learning, maybe. Are you finishing school by chance? Is that it? But it also seems to indicate to me that there is going to be success. And maybe what it's also saying is success will come to you, but expect that it's going to also possibly bring more learning process to you. In other words, there's more you're going to have to learn about the job that you get into. Definitely.
Right, and it is definitely a learning curve for you to do that, because I also feel too that some of this just seems to be maybe out of your experience at the moment, and so what you're going to find is that it will be challenging in that way because it's just really something you haven't had to deal with at this point too. It's unknown to you.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Blah. I hope that helped. And if Jenna is here, your turn is up, Jenna. I see our chat has gotten a little smaller in size, so I'm wondering if Jenna is still with us.
So yes, we're asking for Jenna at this point.
And after Jenna's, Elena, G, not Merwin, because I think she's gone, Libra, Cusp, and Aaliyah. So hang in there, Aaliyah. We'll try to get to your question. But we've got a few people in front of you yet.
You're welcome.
Okay. Oh, there you go. General reading. Okay.
Blah, you are welcome. Thank you for the question. And I'm going to use these.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, for the general reading, we'll do a 3.
Yes.
Okay. And I am once again using the Aleister Crowley deck. Time.
Well, I was mentioning it was my son.
You're welcome.
Monster Hunter's birthday today, our son. It also is my late brother's birthday. My brother passed away last year.
And it's also my grandmother's birthday, my mom's mother.
My brother passed away last year, and he would have been 65 this year.
And wait, there's more. There's still one other person.
And who did you say?
My grandmother.
Your grandmother,
remember
yes.
You liked her once
upon
upon a
time.
time.
I did.
Mm-hmm. And there was one other person in my family line, or our combined family line,
there.
And that is my, I believe it's my father's grandfather or great-grandfather.
Speaking of synchronicities, so there's a lot of people born on my brother's, my son's birthday.
So we have 3 cards, and we have the 3 of Swords reversed.
Go on.
And we have the Hermit upright. Very
and
hermit. And then we have another Magician.
We've been getting some really powerful cards tonight. So the 3 of Swords reversed is basically, you know, kind of a healing process going on, Jenna, or that you're feeling better in some way about, you know, something in your life, whether it's healing from a relationship, if you've been physically ill, you know, whatever the case may be, if you've lost a job or something, you're kind of in a recovery mode right now.
The healing denotes most likely getting over a separation or trauma related to something like that.
Hey, Jay, we'll see if we can get to you, but it's gonna be tight. The hermit indicates some wisdom, maybe seeking some knowledge, some, I don't know if you're thinking of taking classes, maybe studying some esoteric things, but it's definitely seeking something, some higher knowledge of some sort, whether it'll help you in a career or in some other matters.
I'm going to take them both together because I sort of feel that they
Oh,
attune
with the
to
magician?
a similar vibration, which is a higher vibration of enacting willpower and enacting the ability to also give selflessly of your time or your wisdom too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you mentioned that cold earlier, so this could be related to that, but usually this is more to do with emotional kind of healing. So it's hard to say, but I do know for sure, Jenna, that a lot of people have been really sick lately.
And
I've
they
had
can
several
really,
people really sick.
bring you down in the dumps.
So that's true too.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit of that.
The
You
hermit
wanted
and
to
the
add-
magician are an incredibly powerful combination together.
are.
I would say that, especially if you are turning into some psychic or mystical studies or even religious studies for that matter. It just seems to me that that's a card of that. It's also a card of. The magician is somebody who really knows his stuff. And I think combining that energy with the hermit, because, we always think, we have it all together, we know everything, but there's always something more. There's always something more. And I sense this is a period of looking for that, seeking that out. And I'm going to do a Lenormand for you and see. There's nothing here in the general reading that screams to me anything specific about finance, career, or relationships.
No, it's really talking a lot more about spiritual matters or
Mm-hmm.
mental, matters of some sort. I get the feeling too, like maybe this delving into the spiritual matters or the wisdom matters does have something to do with kind of a movement away from the more human trauma of our lives, like just maybe getting away from dealing with people.
This is so funny. Okay, Jenna, I got the coffin in the Lenormand, but I got the mice. So what does this tell me? Now remember what I've said about the mice. They're really nasty little creatures in the Lenormand deck. I mean, they mean all kinds of bad things, little troubles, problems, ill health. And then you've got the coffin. And no, don't take that the wrong way. I think what it means is your illness is ending. Your health is improving, that things are getting better. That combination with the way I drew them.
Right. I can't speak that language exactly. I mean, to me, I agree with you. The coffin sort of indicates something ending. With this guy, the mice, I sort of feel like this is also a little bit about neediness too. And so, maybe the idea too that, when we are at our worst in sickness, we are literally at our neediness, and it's not even necessarily the neediness that springs from devaluing ourselves or things like that. It really is because you are physically so ill. I have been there on more than one occasion, and it's the most dreadful feeling, and anything even approaching, what I've heard different people going. We have some people on our Twitter and on our Facebook
A lot of
who've
people have
talked
been
about
ill.
horrible being ill. Our trainer was ill for over a month with this flu stuff.
So there's
going
been
on.
some bad stuff out there. So, okay, we're moving on. But Jenna, thank you
Good luck,
so
Jenna.
much. Good
Thank you.
luck. I think it's just the focus on spiritual matters and, maybe even doing some meditation, etc. I think this would be good for you at this time. And all right, next on the list is Elena. And there you are. You are ready. Good
Enchantress.
person. General reading between Connor and Aries, Cancer and Aries, eh? I also like a love outcome within the love general reading.
Okay,
So is this like outcome for you and Connor?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
So
We'll see what we
three cards,
get.
right?
And then after
You're welcome, Jenna.
after Elena is G, and then Libra, Cusp, Aaliyah, and maybe J.
Maybe Jay. All right.
And that's it. Anybody else who comes, they're out of luck. Okay. Yeah, I know you're still here, G. You will be right after Elena's reading. And I know you are Aaliyah. You will be after G, and Libra cusp is before you. And we'll see how it goes. All right. Wow, some amazing cards here. And wait a minute, who is the Aries? Where is that again? Oh, you
They
are
are
the
the
Aries.
Aries.
Oh, Elena. Because I got all this wand energy, this fire energy in this reading. We have I'm going to show you the cards first. We have the Strength card. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Page of Wands. And I'm kind of getting the feeling here. I wanted to look at your question again.
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, I think ultimately you're going to get together again. That's what your ultimate question is. I think that what they possibly provide is the idea that they really have a lot of understanding and compassion. I'm not saying that you don't, but they're the Cancer. And I think that's what they provide, is that their love, their unconditional love, is probably their greatest asset. What you provide is the energy, the literally quick, fluid energy, transformative, beginning things. And I just think that this means that over time, I don't think this is like, you're going to get married in 6 months or anything like that. But I just think that you are having a better outcome.
Well, I'm looking at this as just being such a strong positive vibration here. The Strength card shows that there is some kind of strong bond or attachment here. I feel that. The Ace of Wands indicates that maybe something new could develop, between the two of you. And the Page of Wands indicates good news. So, I mean, if you're asking if you're hesitant to take a chance on saying something about rekindling, the relationship, I don't know. I feel like I would go for it. There's a lot of positivity here.
Let's throw the Lenormand.
Let's see if the Lenormand doesn't throw any cold water on this. But really,
I feel a really good vibe from this reading.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think that sometimes opposites attract. We ourselves are a fire-water combination.
Right, yeah.
I'm the Scorpio.
And I'm the Aries.
so yeah.
So, it can work out. Let's just see what we get here, because I just don't want to lead you astray. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm very reactive when I see some of the cards. I get excited. So you have the dice. Now think about what the dice might be telling you while I also show you. You have the bouquet. And the bouquet is like a gift. The bouquet is like hearing good things about yourself. The dice is taking a risk, taking a chance. So, I mean, I think what this is telling me is maybe if you open your heart and you take a chance, and I'm assuming there's really no really huge bad things, that this wasn't a horrible relationship you left, that there's really something worth pursuing here. I would take a chance because good things could come to you.
I do too. I really think this is worth taking a chance. I think this is just showing extremely good time for you to operate that way. And I'm seeing too that a lot of what's going on in the heavens right now, the placements in Capricorn, and Cancer is opposite Capricorn. So I just sort of think that includes you in that, the dark twin aspect.
I'm cutting you off, Mr. O. Come on, we gotta get moving. That's really awesome, Elena. And you know what? If you're worried about making too much of an overture, all I can say to you right now is definitely keep the lines of communication going. I would say that's definite.
Yeah, because some of these fire signs, they're not always that hot-headed.
She's the fire sign.
Oh, whoops. Well, I just meant this one here.
Hey, G. Hey, G, you are up. Yes, it's your turn. So let us know your question again if you could.
Yes, G, tell us the question.
I don't know if you posted it earlier, but it's just too hard to find it in the chat. So if you could let us know.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a love and relationship about
Okay.
G, Gazelle, and
Sounds
Charles.
like there's two people involved. Okay. About love
Alrighty.
and
We're
relationship.
going to use your deck again?
Yeah.
You got it there. All right.
And I'm shuffling. Because we are now in our last 20 minutes. So we're going to get hustling.
You are welcome. Let's see
But
what
we
we get.
only have 3 people after G.
Oh, wow, you're giving us a lot of information.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
have
we
to
don't
do
need the
that, thank
names,
you.
but that's okay. So there are 3 people. So let's just see. How do you want to do that? I'm gonna shuffle away.
There's 2 people.
Oh, well, but she asked about herself too in relation.
She's Gazelle.
Oh, me, Gazelle, and Charles. Okay, whoops. Sorry. Okay. I thought there was another person, but I get it. All right. My apologies.
Mr. O says, oh.
You know, I worked all day today, so the brain cells after a while.
That's a low blow, Banshee.
I was talking about my brain cells, not yours.
Okay, but you also mentioned work.
Oh, yeah. I did. All right. And I thought I asked you how did we want to do this, and I got
we're
no
gonna do-
answer.
Oh, well,
None.
weren't you reading my mind again?
No, I wasn't. So, okay. So, I don't know. There might be some positive
It's an
forward
undertaking.
movement with the Ace of Swords upright. It looks as though if there was any animosities or difficulties, there may be some attempts to make amends of some sort. And somebody's having a bad time financially.
Yes, there sort of needs to think through that situation because I get the feeling that that is kind of a factor in the relationship, the fact that there's a drain economically happening somewhere. And I also feel too that that invites a lot of strife and stress to the situation, and that occasionally either or may say some things that they regret later. But at the heart of it, though, is the idea that there is this partnership or undertaking that you are working on together. Kitty is kind of obscuring me there.
So you're feeling, gee, are you guys at all together, or is this somebody you want to have a partnership with?
Yeah, because maybe the obstacle is the fact that that's somehow economically there's a hold up there.
Haven't seen each other, okay. So nothing's really happening between the two of you, okay. So something may turn that around. There might be a potential chance for that. It's a little bit unclear with the cards that we have drawn. And if it does happen, honestly, it might take something like possibly up to 10 weeks.
Swords are that, yeah.
Swords are faster, but they're more weeks, yeah. And I'm using the 10 on here as the decider for that. I would say 6 to 10 weeks, because I would think of factoring that in too.
And does this represent spring too?
Could. Yeah, that's true. The swords are kind of a card of
Okay,
spring
so you've
because
known
they
each
are
other a
air.
while.
I will say there are obstacles and decisions that have to be made. Somebody has to decide on, who they want to be with, maybe. I don't know if there is somebody else that they're looking at also as a possibility here. So somebody has to make a decision, and they feel blocked from making a decision right now. This could even be speaking about you, because you're waiting to see if Connor is going to respond, in a positive manner. And so, it's stopping you from maybe making a decision as to whether to go forward or not. And I think you're not going to be able to come to terms with this for another, one way or another, for at least another 6 to 10 weeks.
Well, I'm still getting the idea that somehow there's either a financial or a situation that concerns the materials, or the materialistic expression of your lives that is in the way. I don't know if that's for you. I sort of think it's more for that person, and that maybe they just want to have something more secure or better going on for themselves before they consider this other aspect of themselves, a relationship or moving ahead.
And that's what we have. That's
Alrighty.
what we see for you, G. So I wish you luck with that. And hey, Libra Cusp, are you with us? After Libra is Aaliyah and then Jay. Yeah, nobody wants to get hurt. I get you. I understand
You're
completely, G. I wish you luck. So you know what? Just realize, there may come a point where you have to decide to let it go, before you get hurt. So if you think that it's not going in the right direction or it's taking too long, then maybe it's time to just cut your losses. So that decision making that I was talking about might have been about you. All right, I'm calling again for Libra Cusp. Are you with us? I know we've lost some people. Have you seen Libra recently?
No.
Okay. Libra might have left the room, which means then we can move on to Aaliyah. But let's just give him one more moment. I like your little eyeballs there, Jay. Oh, there you are. Awesome.
General reading for Libra Cusp.
You
All
got
right.
it. I guess I'm using my card. I'm sorry. If you want to use yours next time, just grab them. And stop me, Mr. O. All right. Wow, we have had a full play today. I'm like, how many readings did we do?
Are you going to count them?
I am.
That's rude.
Why? Oh my gosh, we will have done 18 readings tonight, which is pretty awesome.
We got you, Libra Cusp.
Yeah, we've got you, Libra.
We're doing a general reading for you.
We gotcha. We're doing it right now. All right. Okay, a general reading for Libra Cusp. We have the Queen of Wands upright. We have the Eight of Pentacles upright. And we have the Page of Swords upright. I think you're going to be kind of busy. I think that's a given. I think that, the focus is on work or studies or something along those lines, maybe some creative project. And you should be, because you're putting in a lot of effort, a lot of positive effort, that you should be getting some good news, I think, regarding that.
I get the feeling, too, that maybe you're going to have an opportunity to learn something new, and it's sort of like, it's probably informal, but it could be like a class situation, and I'm thinking it has something to do with movement. So like maybe it's dance, like maybe you're going to get into a routine where you dance or you do something movement related. I'm sort of feeling that. If it's not that exactly. Is that because of the
Page of
yeah,
okay.
If it's not that exactly, it may be something where you will be speaking somehow or you'll be talking or representing things. But I also get the feeling, too, that this is something of a learning experience. It's something new for you. And there's maybe a partner indicated of some sort. just a friendly person who either helps you get into this or who helps you with it.
Are you looking at that as the queen? Because I was...
Possibly.
Okay, all right. Well, I think whatever the case may be, I sense there is just a lot of busyness. Seems to me the focus is more on, fire energy kind of things. There is passion there, but also because of the pentacles and the sword, I get the feeling that it's really focusing more on business matters and communication in some way.
Well, it could also be too that there's just something that just you find this really attractive thing, something that just really draws you. And like I said, it may be something that seems informal, but just involves being able to move or express yourself that way. So now we're going to pull Lenormand.
We're going to pull 2 Lenormand.
Okay.
Oops. I grabbed that from the bottom first, did I? Really? Okay. That's a bridge. And that's exactly what it looks like, the heart. So I'm thinking, too, that even though I spoke mostly about work and materialism, now I'm seeing some relationship clues here, or it could be like he suggested, a partnership with somebody in some way, shape, or form. The bridge talks about making connections, and the connection has to do with the heart, which could be emotional connections, but it also, there's 2 swans here, it also means kind of partnerships. So it could be of a romantic nature, it might be of a business nature, but something is going to come together there.
Well, this card, the heart, sort of makes me look back at the Queen of Wands and indicate her as the idea that it does represent something more romantic. Of some sort. I'm not saying it describes a particular person or not. And I'm thinking that bridge, of course, is that this is like maybe something you do with this person that, it's even if it's just like taking a walk with them somehow, Maybe
we have another cat in the room.
Yeah. I'm trying to ignore her, but she's too big to ignore, really.
Well, that's what we have for you. I'm not sure if that's what you were looking for, but check back with us Sunday or Thursday if you want to get into something more specific. But that's what we see for today. And hey, Aaliyah, you are up.
So if Aaliyah is still here, we are ready for your question.
Aaliyah might have posted that question earlier, too.
There it is.
Okay. There it is. Oh, yeah, okay. I remember that.
Aha. Ooh. Okay.
Let's throw 3 cards, not a yes, no. Let's throw 3 cards and see what
Yes,
kind of vibes
okay.
we get on this.
Thank you for that
All
question.
right, yeah, thank you. It's always good to be concerned for your friends. This is Sassy, for those who don't know her. You're welcome, Libra. Oh. Well, I hope you're not concerned on a, physical level. I hope everything's all right. It may be that she's just got a lot going on. If you feel it's real unusual and there's somebody else you can contact, to find out if they've heard from the person. Do you want to, can you do it?
Go ahead and do it.
Well, I definitely picked up some of this here, or we did, with our shuffling.
The Wheel of Fortune
The
reversed.
Wheel of Fortune reversed. We also have the Hermit card. And we have the devil upright. So there is some definite stuff going on here. The devil is all about oppression and feeling like, under somebody's thumb,
Led to do
oppressive.
things you don't really want to.
Yeah, and the hermit, the person might just be in a solitary mode right now, trying to figure out their next moves or whatever.
But could it also mean that they are, in fact, isolated?
And it could very well mean that they are isolated by the oppression. Yes, he's absolutely right about that. And I would say that this is a very difficult time for this person right now. They're feeling like very down on their luck. They're feeling like things have not been going well. And from what you're describing, it doesn't sound like things have been going
Yeah,
well.
they feel they're in a very unlucky patch right now.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not liking the feel of this cards, but I don't see anything. Well,
Nothing
I do
screams
worry about
danger.
this. Pardon me?
Nothing screams danger?
No, but I do worry about this because there is somebody who is very obsessed here in the relationship, and also
It's probably
somebody
Lewis.
who feels very oppressed. So there is that. It came out very strongly. Let me see if the Lenormand can give any more information on this for you.
Sassy.
It might be.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I don't know. Our cats are very flopping around here tonight. Sunny kept squirming around. She's squirming around. And Jay, we will go into just a little overtime to get you in. But I don't know why I cut these, but if I do it, I do it for a reason. Okay.
Oh,
I got obstacles and I got the coffin. And really, I don't want you to panic here. I'm really hoping what this means, because the way I drew them, I drew the obstacles first and then the coffin. And it should be the coffin is describing the obstacles, meaning there's going to be an end to some of the blocks and obstacles this person's experiencing. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that things will come to an end. Maybe she will end this relationship.
yeah.
You know?
I'm picking up a sense of that. I'm hoping it's true, but I get the feeling like maybe whatever game is going on with the phone right now, too, that may be like the last straw, and that maybe they're just gonna end the relationship because now they're being very manipulative if they are hiding the phone or keeping the phone from them. So I do hope this works out good.
Yeah, definitely keep us posted. Come back and let us know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm concerned now.
And I wish your friend the best, wish you the best as well, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Leah. Hope we could help.
All right. Hey, Jay Walker, we're ending the night with you.
Closing out with Mr. Walker.
I'm sure you got a great question for us. You're very welcome, Aaliyah. I'm glad we could get to you tonight. All right then. Instead of doing a yes/no, I'm going to draw 3 cards on that one. It's a yes/no question for sure, but I just think that we got to look at the factors here that might be involved and if you're going to be successful or not, Mr. J. Walker. Whoops. That was a messy shuffle, which means it's time to hand it to you.
Do you think our cats know that we're reading for people and have some concept of what that is?
I don't know, but every time I read cards, they jump on the table to be by me, so beats me. When I'm reading for myself, it's the same thing. I have a crowd. I attract a crowd of cats.
Go ahead and cut it.
Cut them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see what we get. you know what? Nothing comes easy, Jay. And I think that here is an example of that. We do have the Queen of Swords came up. We also have the Five of Wands upright. And we have the Six of Cups reversed. And so I'm thinking this is, the Five of Wands is telling me that, in what you're thinking of doing or what you are doing, there's a lot of competition. There seems to be a lot of competition that you have to face and deal with, and that's going to be a little bit of a struggle. You might try to, fall back on old ways of doing things that don't serve you as well, so I would think to get ahead of the competition, you're really going to have to think outside of the box. Old tricks are not going to work for you. And it's also about people's perceptions of you.
Right. To some degree, it's like what Banshee says. I can't disagree with that. There's a lot of competition what you're going on with. And I think, too, that the idea, too, is that maybe it is exactly what she says as well, that you really have to kind of force yourself beyond the past and try to extrapolate towards the future, try to get involved in more new changes. But I do think that there's something coming to you. It's just not going to be exactly what you want. You're going to have to continue working. It seems to me like this is one of those perfect tarot is a snapshot reading
In time.
because
Yes.
I don't think that there's anything here that we can say this is your fate for all time. But I
No.
think that in the next realm of time, a year or so, you're going to have a busy time and you're going to have to reinvent yourself.
Oh, excuse me.
yeah.
I sense you're in an industry or in some field where there is a lot of competition. She's moving the camera. There's a lot of competition
Hilarious.
and so you're always going to have to face that in some form. Some careers, some jobs are like that. You compete to get ahead. It's interesting cards together here. I have the Lily. And I have the dice. And you know what? There's no sense in playing naive or, you're going to have to really look at things with a sharper focus. And understand that everything in life is a risk, and in your particular, in where you want to be successful, you're going to have to take some risks. You have to think outside the box, and you're going to have to take some risks.
I get that too. Of course, this is always about taking a risk. The lilies?
Well, the lilies to me is a matter of maturity. And so I think that also what this is telling me that in time, you will realize the value, you will realize what you have to do to succeed. And it's mostly about risk taking, I think, or doing something that people don't expect out of you, something that makes you rise above that competition you're facing.
People mature in different ways, and some people learn that they have to abandon certain things, which could have been a message of the reverse Six of Cups, about what was in your past ways that you needed to abandon. So this could be talking about that too, but this could also be saying that there are many different types of personality types, and some of them maybe become more settled or firm in their risk-taking nature. Like you, in a way.
Like me?
So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just saying that maybe. You just need to be what you want to be and just do that. Be the best you can be.
Yep.
Aw.
And that's what we have for you. Yeah, being original and different, basically. Like all the time. Is that too much to ask?
Well, we think you already got a good handle on it.
Yeah, I think so. So keep that up and keep that spirit up, and I think you will succeed, Mr. J. Walker. And with that, we're closing out our evening. So I want to thank everybody for coming today, getting their readings. And as always, it's been our pleasure. And so we will see you again on Sunday with from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you then. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.